The Brandon Peters Show may contain explicit language and detailed plot points. For more information on the show, stay tuned to the end of the episode. And now, here's Brandon.
All right, welcome back to Old Teen Show. I'm Brandon, and this is my classmate, Jessica.
Hi.
This edition of Old Teen Show covers the first and only season of the short-lived 1992 show The Heights, the story of a local rock band of 20-somethings called The Heights, living in a suburb called The Heights. This show is called The Heights. Today we are discussing the 5th episode reunion, or as I like to call it, Parents. Am I right, Jessica? Oh, Jessica, what's going on with The Heights this week?
Well, the group offered to boost Mr. Mike's business. Hope's father pushes her to go into law school. Tensions grow between JT and his father.
All right, and this one's directed by John Nicolella and written by Eric Roth and Tony Sparadakis. This one opens up with a song that was, quote-unquote, Smokin' Man that they were playing. This, of course, is the, what we were led to believe, a very special episode of The Heights already at episode 5.
Do you remember in our last episode when we were guessing what the drama was going to be about? Because the trailer showed JT. I don't want to jump to it, but do you remember what you said, JT and his father? They get into it. What might happen? I already can't remember.
I can't remember either. And if you're listening, that's because between these two, there's been a few weeks of going on. We do things other than The Heights in our spare time. So
I think I was like, JT might hit a girl. I think that's what my prediction might have been, but just throwing that out there before we get there.
I think maybe I said his like dad killed himself or something. That was like my dark time.
Really dramatic.
Yeah. None of that happens.
It's not funny. It's not funny, but the acting kind of is because it's such a serious, stuff that's so serious.
It wants to be
and dramatic.
It wants to be deep, but it's not. It doesn't like it says some things, but it doesn't feel some things, you know?
Because they memorized the lines, said the lines to each other. They made eyebrows move, and that was it. And I'm like, I should have cried there, and I didn't.
Yeah.
Because it's like watching a high school play.
Yeah, this is community theater, high school play, writing and acting, and it's
it's kind of terrifically bad.
It's entertaining. So like JT and his father, we find out like was in Vietnam, of course, because this is the 90s. So everything in the 80s, 90s, like troubled father was like Vietnam. That was one of the options, or worked all the time. That was the other option. This guy's the polar opposite. Like JT's mom apparently had to work like 2 jobs, and she got hit by a car leaving one of them because she rode the bus because they were poor or something, and she died. And JT has blamed his father, who blames himself, and he drinks a bunch. And there's a class reunion coming up, and we find out that Rita's parents went to school. They were like friends with him, and like he should go to it, I think, and have a good time. And see him like that, like I don't know. So the whole thing's about JT fighting with his father, learning about his father, and trying to push him to go to the reunion while his dad's like, it might not be a bad idea. And then we find out like Rita and JT's dad have this like deep friendship or some shit.
Yeah, they're like, we were really good friends, and your mom was like a sister to me, and I'm trying to be there for you, and you need to give your dad like a break, because in high school, apparently first off, when JT goes to the high school while they're setting up for a 25-year class reunion, ain't no one got time to talk to someone's kid during that. They're like, we got to put up these balloons, and their decorations are god awful, but he just shows up like, hey, and they're like, oh, you're was it Stan or whatever his dad's name?
Oh
I don't know why
man,
I've Stan.
I don't know. I don't had him as JT's dad.
Smitty. But I don't know if that's actually his real name. They just call him Smitty.
Smitty, yeah, Smitty.
So
he peaked in high school. That guy.
oh my gosh, but he was like a great singer and he was like amazing at everything he did. Chess club, athlete, and then JT's like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. I'm going to learn about my dad, but not from my dad because he's still in a bad mood.
Well, I love the picture that Rita's parents had was the picture in it was in the reunion thing, and he took it and he's like, oh man, I learned more about my dad from a stranger today than I have from him. Dan's dad knows him too, because like at the beginning he goes to JT, he's like, I saw your dad. He didn't look too good. You should talk to him. JT's like, get the fuck out of my face, old man.
Right. He's so disrespectful to his elders. Like, how dare he yell to Pop or whatever? Like, what?
He's shitty to everybody. Like at the beginning,
he yelled at Hope. Hope, you gonna leave this? You gonna leave this band practice?
Yeah,
you gonna go see your family?
Everybody's leaving me. He's just like the worst. Like
he is really rude.
And every episode wants us to focus on this goddamn guy, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't like him. I don't. Oh my gosh.
It's like, you are a narcissist and you will probably date a woman and you are the typical like emotional, abusive, physically abusive. However, we're learning why. Thanks to his alcoholic dad, who's just actually just really sad.
Right. Yeah.
Having Vietnam PTSD and he lost the love of his life. But for some reason he takes that on his kid.
He does. Like though I was like, hey dad, someone's at the door. Again, why should I get it? I have you to do that.
There's some lines that are just so terrible.
Oh, there's some weird stuff. So there's a part where Rita's mom shows up and JT's dad's like, fuck off. And he just walks off to yonder and she stays to talk to JT and they have a heart-to-heart talk over glasses of milk. Like,
I don't know what's going on.
A beer conversation. Like, who, like, let's have him pour some milk at, like, what? Like milk?
So Rita's mom's name is Chick, which is whatever, I guess. But when she's talking to Smitty, she's like, you're hurting, Smitty, and I am too. You stopped living, Smitty. Why? Why? It's so, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's intense.
Well,
let's have some milk. Go on, JT.
And like, yeah, Rita, like they know about it because Rita like was concerned with her parents. And then like Rita first tried to talk to JT and he's like, get the fuck out of my face. I don't want to talk about it with you.
Yeah. And again, another nice person just asking because they care.
Yeah. It's, oh man.
But the acting was really bad. So when it was sad, and it was sad, everything they're saying was sad, but I'm like, huh.
Yeah. And all we get is like Rita's mom is there to just give exposition and care words, not feelings. But yeah, oh man, JT. And this is an episode we're supposed to like feel for this guy. I don't know,
because this rotates about like what every other episode focuses on a different group, but this is his.
This one actually spreads them out well, because while this is the main focus, there's other parent stuff going on too throughout, because Hope has an issue with her dad. She goes to what she like, he's got a friend in town. It's like supposed to be this dinner, and he's brought this law school guy, and he's going to weasel her way into getting accepted in law school because she should be there and not be a musician. Because I guess she was going to practice law and then she dropped out to focus on music. And he's like, that shit ain't going nowhere. Yeah.
She's like, I didn't know I wanted to go to law school. What?
Yeah.
Don't decide my life. It's basically the movie She's All That, when Freddie Prinze Jr. is like, not your life, Dad. I don't want to go to Dartmouth. And not Yale.
Right. And then she, like, through watching JT's dad drama and stuff, realizes that I need to talk to my dad, and basically goes to him and is like, I'm not you. Stop making me be you, Dad. And he's like, okay. All right. Go play your damn music. So Stan's dad also, they're at like the bar, the pool hall, and like Lenny and what's the group at the pool hall?
Rest.
Yeah, the rest of the gang. they're like, we could, this place isn't like making money or some shit. And Lenny's like all into this old school jukebox, and they're like, we need to like upgrade this place or whatever. And doesn't
But
like,
Pop doesn't want to do that. Pop doesn't like
no,
change. He likes his billiard, his pool hall.
but he gives them like, okay, you can have Saturday and you can do it. And they like turn it into like this metalhead hangout, like all the and
wait, what's that music you playing? What's that music called? That's Megadeth.
It's Megadeth. Oh yeah, yes.
I was like, that was Megadeth music. It's like the softest Megadeth ever, but I get what you're going for.
Right, and it's like all these crazy people, and his dad comes in during it, is like, the hell's up with these white people? Like
girls in leather, like piercings and tattoos.
Oh yeah,
like, want to dance? And he's like,
The weird thing is, he pulls every one of them back to the back office off the floor. I'm like, you're just gonna let.
Thank you for noticing that.
I was
oh
like,
my gosh.
The one thing,
you're gonna get robbed. They can just steal your stuff and leave.
My first thought was when he pulls Lenny, and Lenny's just got this open DJ booth right there. I'm like, no, he does not leave that unattended. And then I'm like, oh wait. And then I thought, oh wait, the bar, the cash, the booze. I was first worried about the headphone, the turntables and all that. The equipment.
Of course,
I was like,
the audio tech and whatnot.
Yeah, then I'm like,
that disco ball he made.
Oh yeah. I'm like, how long he's gonna have him back there? And he's like, I'm proud of you guys. You guys did it. Now, fucking don't do it again. Like that was pretty much it. Like, I want my old pool hall. I don't want these ruffians in my house. Like
yuppies and baby boomers.
Yeah,
I think they're talking about what a great crowd this could be.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Pretty funny. And I gotta say, like, around this, there is a scene that I've noticed has been recurring. Have you noticed how much we've had Rita, Jody, and Hope at the thrift store, like chatting about life or what's going on with them during the episodes? That seems to be a recurring thing.
Yeah, it's like, well, we don't know how to write this, so let's just you guys talk about it right here to tell everybody else what's going on.
Yeah, like I'm like, oh, the ladies are chatting about it and just like girl talk, I guess, because this will happen again. And it's like, I'm like, oh, okay, this is their spot. All right. But yeah, there's just parent drama all around. The JT's the focus one. And I just don't, there's the moment where he catches his dad where he runs away to at the docks before they go to the high school reunion. They talk and he's like, cleaned up. He's got his suit on and he's like,
yeah, it's nice to see JT's dad sober-ish. And
so is that trying. It? Like he kicked alcohol? It's over? Like
that's what I was like, you'd have the shakes, you'd be having withdrawals, but
yeah, he kicked it maybe at least for a night. And he goes and like Rita's mom's like, oh, come here. And it's like, buddy, like,
do you know how many people were at that reunion? Because it looked like 20 people in that gym and that was it.
Yeah. He got there early. He got there early. He didn't want
to my gosh. But so many people. Hey, it led up to a great song at the end.
Oh gosh,
pouring his heart out.
Do you know what the title of the song is?
Is it "You're Not the Man You Used to Be"?
Okay, it is. It's "You're Not the Man You Used to Be." Parentheses, a song for Dad.
I don't know. That's funny.
I looked it up and I died. I was like,
we know it's a song for your dad, JT.
I was like, oh my god. I was like, and it's only JT, Lenny, Hope, Rita, and Dizzy on it. There's a couple people missing. I have to say, this song, pretty terrible. The other ones are like passably cheesy or catchy, or like they're fine at best. A lot of them fine. They still haven't hit the "How Do You Talk to an Angel" high, but this was bad.
Like, do you call it a power ballad? I don't know what you'd.
I don't. It's
sappy,
probably,
but it's just telling a story and it's fine.
Yeah.
But at the same time, JT, you're still a dick.
You're a dick, dude. Like,
although maybe you'll change. Maybe after this episode.
You deserve the dad you have. Oh no, don't get me started. Spoilers down the road. I get really pissed at JT later.
He doesn't redeem himself.
He's got one episode where I'm like, all right, fucking JT, but that's just because he's like not in it much. And then he's got one where I'm like, God, that motherfucker JT. Not Timberlake. This is the original JT right here on the Heights.
Yeah, longer hair than I'll ever have. thicker. It's not even fair how luscious his hair is.
What product do you think he uses? Gotta know. I gotta know. But yeah, not a lot of Jody here. She's in the gang with the doing the bar, which was we don't have anything for you people to do this week on the show, which is a lot of times Alex. Like if he's not the focus, he is background. Like
I'll be playing pool, just sitting here playing pool. Maybe
like, they pick up Jamie Walters because he could sing that one song, and they're like, "Fucking got that hit." Now we're tied to him for a season, but. He will get focused, but I feel like Alex is super background unless he is the prime focus of an episode. Same with like Stan tends to fall in the background a lot since the first one we watched. Like he'll show up here and there, but Lenny
Jody was knocked up still, so she was still trying to tend to the bar or like help out a little bit, doing some waitress duty during this episode.
Yeah,
which is fine. And of course, her baby daddy's like, "You need to be at home," and she's like, "Shut up, it's fine."
Right.
Baby likes it.
Baby likes it. Yeah, so they're good. But I guess this gig is over. Till next time, Jessica, where can people keep up with you?
Hey, come say hi on Twitter at JN Alsman. Instagram is at Jessica Alsman. And then over at the Bob and Tom Show, if you hear that on the airwaves at some places, I'm usually on Wednesdays. So thank you. And at the Brandon Peters Show.
Oh, yeah. The Bob and Tom Show, parentheses, a show for dads.
Oh, that's perfect.
Oh,
dang it. Oh, these are fun.
Yes. And I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Brandon4KUHD. Written work at WhySoBlue.com. There's more for the Brandon Peters Show this week. But until then, Jessica, how do you talk to an angel?
I don't remember. Is it like trying to catch a falling star?
Yeah. It sure is.
Parentheses, a star for dad. Thank you for listening. The Brandon Peters Show is a Creative Zombie Studios production. Produced by Brad Shoemaker and Brandon Peters. Written and edited by Brandon Peters. Announcer vocals by Jessica Alsman. Theme song by Metavari. Web design and show art by Brad Shoemaker with Brandon Peters. All music and clips featured in the episode are property of their respective studios, and no infringement is intended. Additional information on this and other episodes at BrandonPetersShow.com. For any inquiries, press opportunities, or sponsorship, contact mail at BrandonPetersShow.com. The show is available on Apple Music, Spotify, or anywhere podcasts are found.